Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome in if you are new. My name's Shumi and today we're going to be doing some of the Happy Home Paradise DLC as I haven't played in over a year. This is on my Starlight Kid Core Island, not the hard mode save that I'm working on right now. So I am a little way into this DLC already, but I thought that it would be really fun to do today. So I hope that you enjoy the video and let's get into it. So I headed on over to the island. Even Nico said, "Hello stranger," because it's been such a long time. I went ahead and freshened up my work outfit just a little bit and was ready to go and start work for the day. I wandered around to see what the visitors were after today. One wanted a cute tropical chalet, another wanted somewhere to cook rice and other food, a European place, a ranch, a yard to play in, a projection screen for watching movies. I know none of their names, I'm so sorry. But I ended up going for the yard, so met with Dizzy, who is so cute by the way, and they wanted a train set, a climbing apparatus thing, and a sand castle. And I thought with me having a lot of kidcore designs that this could be a nice theme for me to start with, just for getting back into the DLC again. I had to choose somewhere for Dizzy to have their holiday home, and I just wanted one that had grass at least, because that's the best for playing on. So I picked one with pretty vines and cliffs and waterfalls around it, and we headed on over to the island to get started. I didn't exactly have a solid plan going into this, but started off just moving the house a little bit and making a nice sand pit around the sandcastle that he wanted included. I really wanted to use the vertical board fencing because that's like my favorite fence I think in the game, but I just wasn't really vibing with it all that much and was also struggling to even place it properly. I attempted to do some park fencing instead, but I just thought fencing might not work this time. I laid down a dirt path leading up to the house and then changed it to be a little bit lighter before laying down a kidcore path around all of the edges of it. The red, blue and yellow match so nicely with the climbing frame. I put a few small puddles all around the island because we are right near the waterfall, so it makes sense. And I thought maybe if the climbing frame area could match with the pathing, it would all fit together pretty nicely. It seems like I don't actually have too much furniture unlocked in the DLC, because there's things that I tried to find that I'm sure that I own, but they just weren't there. I attempted making some balloons work, because they seem like Dizzy's kind of jam, but they just weren't fitting in either. I just ended up gathering up a few random toys and bits and bobs that I could experiment with. So I put a sand pit down near the sand area that I made, put a rocket ship, a football, a tricycle, all that fun stuff, and then I realized maybe something cool to have would be a little sports area. I was originally going to go with a small football pitch, but I couldn't use the goals for whatever reason, so I do end up changing it. But I used a few of the tire toys to get some more colour in there and a little elephant slide. I tried making the football pitch, but yeah, some items just weren't there, including the goals, so it ended up being changed into a mini basketball court instead for Dizzy to practice his shooting. So I made it be dirt instead of sand and rounded off the edges of it, as well as rounding off the sandbox as well, and then a last few touches to be made and it was all pretty much done. Right now this is one of my favourite outdoor areas that I've done on the DLC, but I really need to look back at the ones I created when the DLC first came out and see if they were actually any good. This house also needed an interior, as that's where the train set was for, so inside I just wanted to go for more of a perfect kids playroom with all kinds of different obviously indoor toys, a play tent, just a place where lots of imagination and fun could happen. I started off by using the walls and pillars, but I did end up removing that because it was just cutting off space in an already pretty small room. I wanted to have a nice area to play board games with friends, but I didn't like how far away from the table the chairs ended up being. I'm used to playing Sims recently, where they actually tuck underneath of the tables, so I scrapped that idea and went on to maybe having a little arcade area inside of the room. Get some more expensive toys, as it were. No child would have full-size arcade machines in their toy room, I am very aware of that, but Dizzy deserves only the best. As I mentioned, I put a cute little tent area. I did have a tent when I was younger, but I feel like it was only used outside because I had a tunnel that was connected into it as well, and we didn't have that much space inside, so maybe that's just why it ended up in the garden. But I'm still trying to stick with the same colour scheme as outside with red, yellow and blue, but I had to settle for this very brightly coloured tent as it fit the best. Then as you see, I took away the partition wall, rearranged the machines around a little bit. Then again, like outside, I just put on the floor a lot of potential items that could maybe work in here. I put a little pinball machine down, a block stereo, a Scalextric track, which I actually did have one of those when I was a kid. Me and my dad used to race each other, and we still mention about it now, like, oh, remember when we had Scalextrics? I don't know why, but it was clearly just a memorable toy. I put a foosball table and was trying to find a nice matching rug and flooring for this room. I started placing some stuff onto the walls, and then unfortunately the foosball table got cut, because I remembered that the train set existed and that I needed to include it in the room definitely. And finally I picked a nice rug to go with it. Something I really want and need to improve on with interior decorating is the walls and not letting them be too bare, as I've heard that it can really make a room come to life a lot more if there's stuff on the walls. Just for Animal Crossing, I don't know about real life. My apartment has nothing on any walls, so I have no knowledge about it. I put this party garland the whole way around the room because technically it is kind of a party room, right? You could have a blast here with your friends or even just by yourself. I just put some skateboards, plushies, a pinboard, which I think is such a cute item, and a red clock. And I don't feel I actually put too much now on the walls looking back at it, but it's all done. I think Dizzy was really enjoying the room, and I think that it's perfect for what the brief was that he gave. Look at his little smiley face, aww. Then here's a final look at how the outside playground turned out as well, which I am so happy with. And look at Dizzy, he's playing with the basketball too, he loves it. And he even went and started digging in the sand pit. I didn't know they did that, how cute. Please do let me know your thoughts about this build for Dizzy down in the comments below. Any feedback would be so appreciated so I can keep trying to get better at building in this DLC. And I really hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and please feel free to leave a like or even subscribe, as it would really make my day. And I will see you in the next video. Bye friends!